Come, let us explore the most powerful meditation secret, that it is easy. This morning's first lesson is drawn from the 22nd passage of Vajra's vast expanse of the diamond-like mind. So ideally, we will relaxingly and recite this passage for 4 repetitions, and we will alternate between recitation and explanation. Let's begin. The authentic condition being thus, by being shown as it is attained. As it is the very essence, its manifestation arises from it. Emaho, oh, how marvelous. Okay, let's begin at the top. Authentic condition has 2 definitions. The first is conventional. Every time we breathe in, thanks to our sympathetic nervous system, ensconced within the middle third of our spinal cord, we have evolved to vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics of perception, emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, and imagination. Whether that which we perceive as external or internal, physical or mental, pleasurable or painful, interesting or boring, glorious or grotesque. That is authentic awareness. Once we start picking and choosing and suppressing and increasing, that's concentration. It uses a different part of the brain. When we use the medial prefrontal cortex or the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, we trigger the amygdala, which is the seat of anxiety and aggression. However, when we cooperate with our sympathetic as well as parasympathetic nervous systems, we calm our amygdala and stimulate our anterior cingulate gyrus, which is the seat of empathy, the root of compassion and love. So concentration and mindfulness is not a question of semantics, it's a question of neuroscience. It is safe to be honest. There's a lot of people who prance about the countryside insisting that we have to be positive. No, we don't. We can be honest with ourselves. We can be honest with others about what we perceive, emote, intend, reason, recall, and imagine. There is no sustainable way to lie to others or ourselves. Let us continue. And now together as a team, let us recite this a second time. The authentic condition being thus, by being shown as it is attained. As it is the very essence, as manifestation arises from it. Oh, how marvelous. So we explored the conventional authentic condition. Now we're going to explore the ultimate authentic condition. Every time we exhale, thanks to our parasympathetic nervous system, divided between the lower third and the upper third of that same spinal cord, we are wired to physically relax and mentally release that which we noticed during our previous inhalation to such a degree that that which we noticed could fleetingly feel less stressful, less permanent, and even less defining, at least momentarily, at least fractionally. And this teamwork, so we have two paths upon which we can traverse. Let's hit copy and let's hit paste. Okay, cool, Cowabunga, here we go. So there are two paths we can traverse. Yang's religious patriarchy, where we are actively competing against our autonomic nervous system, or Yin's spiritual matriarchy, where we are cooperating with our our autonomic nervous system. It's a choice between being rigid or flexible, fearful or loving, superstitious or rational, controlling or laid back, elitist or egalitarian, cryptic or lucid, competitive or cooperative, cruel or kind. If you wish to traverse the path of the Buddha, the path of the Christ, the path of Lao Tzu, might I recommend Yin's spiritual matriarchy. Together let us recite the 22nd passage a third time. The authentic condition being thus, by being shown as it is attained. As it is the very essence, its manifestation arises from it. Emaho, oh, how marvelous. So, one of the great secrets of meditation is that despite the ravings of patriarchy, despite the ravings of the controlling and the elitist and the rigid and the fearful, it's supposed to be easy. Well, how do you know I'm not lying to you? How do you know I'm not an idiot or a fool or a fiend? Simple. Anybody can crack open an English translation of the Buddha's discourse on the four bases of mindfulness. In Pali, it's known as Satipatthana Sutta. In the second to final passage, it promises that it is possible to master the Buddha's path in as little as a week. Mastering something in a week is not difficult. It is the easy path. It is as easy as silently and mentally reciting the demonstrative pronoun this each time we feel air enter our nostrils. It is as easy as silently and mentally reciting the one-syllable verb ease each time we feel air exit our nostrils. We can do this for 5 minutes every 12 hours. We can do this for 60 minutes every 12 hours, whatever rings your bell. And before you know it, this will be your go-to coping system. Not saying cruel things, not punching or kicking, but meditating. We come now to the fourth repetition, the fourth and final repetition of this 22nd passage together. The authentic condition being thus, by being shown as it is attained. As it is the very essence, as manifestation arises from it. Emaho, oh, how marvelous. Every complex life form on this planet is already wired to have a sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. And by cooperating with it, we can master the Buddha's path of mindfulness and meditation. This completes our opening lesson. I would now like to turn to our second, much shorter, more concise lesson. We are living in a time where not only in the United States of America, but around the world, there seems to be a resurgence of fascism. And it's understandably frightening people. And I found that these short, concise chapter summaries from Timothy Snyder's On Tyranny can be a marvelous, can really help us. Please recite with me relaxingly. The symbols of today enable the reality of tomorrow. Notice the swastikas and the other signs of hate. Do not look away and do not get used to them. Remove them yourself and set an example for others to do so. Having completed both our primary and secondary opening lessons, it's time for us to shift gears. It is Obi-Wan Kenobi Wednesday morning. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi after approximately 30 seconds of housekeeping. This is the Dzogchen Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I have harnessed my autistic special interests as well as my ADHD hyperfocus to spend about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that I can become your personal, nerdy, neurodivergent guide to nirvana. Welcome, my friends, to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you. Let's turn our attention to the very latest iteration of Diamond-like Mind Mantra Meditation. Let us begin with Wisdom's warm-up. As we practice Madhyamaka's yoga of inconceivability, which is also creation stage, or wisely leaping over pride's obstructions to omniscience, we bring the circumstantial into the path of wisdom, thus practicing the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. Please chant with me. All circumstances or lots could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this body or form. Let us silently and mentally divide the 6-syllable synopsis of that which we just chanted between our inhalation and our exhalation. Together. All bodies or forms could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this interpersonal communication or speech. Together. All interpersonal communication or speech could be as impermanent and interdependent as if it could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this mind. Together. All minds could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into our vast empty void, like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which although tantalizing to the eye, could be not graspable to the hand. Upon our left hand, we could count 8 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Upon our right hand, we could count 12 inhalations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But how do we count multiple collections of these? One moment. Excuse me. Excuse me once again. Oy vey. Okay, so let's go back to button 9. So, upon the tip of our left little finger, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right little finger, palms up in our lap. All right, one moment if you please. Good morning and welcome to the second fifth of this morning's group meditation. We turn now to we begin the 4 points of compassion's cool down. Please chant with me. Rather than indulge our controlling tendencies with all volleys of active visualization, emotion, magic, and belief, we could just recite these kind words in harmony with our breathing and allow our subconscious to do the heavy lifting. Let us therefore sidestep the rigidity that confuses metaphors with statements literal, and instead relax into the flexibility that savors the chance explaining metaphors as similes. Let us chant an explanation of this six-syllable mantra. Om, I invoke the Vajra diamond-like strength of a sattva mind well-trained, supplicating with whom may awareness and release be mastered by all. Upon the tip of our left ring finger, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right ring finger, palms up in our lap. Together. May all minds of all beings know this. So what we're going to do is practice creation stage of highest yoga tantra, or lovingly leaping over jealousy's obscuring emotions. As we do so, we bring the mental into the path of love, thus training in the second fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. Together, let's chant. May all minds of all beings now possess the joyful enlightenment, symbolized by our one syllable seed or bija mantra. During our inhalation, we can silently and mentally recite the six-syllable synopsis of our loving wish, which was less of a prayer to a real or imagined entity, and much, much more of just using words to guide our own intention. During our exhalation, we can physically relax as best we can, while striving to chant 4 repetitions of this six-syllable mantra per breath. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, 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 Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. By blending the 4 bases of mindfulness with loving kindness and mantra, we are giving tantric empowerment to all beings everywhere, thus kicking down the gates of elitism. Upon the tip of our left middle finger, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger, palms up in our lap. Together. May each being's experience of the interpersonal law speech now possess the peaceful love symbolized by a multisyllabic horizontal mantra mala. Mala is just the mantra arranged in, well, a mala is a necklace or a rosary. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, 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 Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Upon the tips of each of our left fingers, we could rest the great knuckles at the base of each of our right fingers, palms up in our lap. Please chant with me. May all bodies or forms of all beings know possess great health, symbolized by the enlightened Octopoya Dam Dorje Sampa Vajra Safa or diamond mind. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. We come now to the final fifth of this morning's practice. Upon our left hand, we can count 8 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Upon our right hand, we can count 12 inhalations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And how will we keep track of our fifth collection of all the above? Upon the tip of our left index finger, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right index finger, palms up, in our lap. Please chant with me. What follows is not a prayer. It's simply an intention utilizing similes. Together. May all circumstances or lots of all beings now possess very good fortune or boon, symbolized by the mythic paradise, pure land or vati of a real or imagined Buddha. During our inhalation, we can silently and mentally recite the 6-syllable synopsis of that which we just chanted. During our exhalation, we can physically relax as best we can as we strive to chant 4 repetitions of this 6-syllable mantra. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. One moment, if you please. So now we get to put it all together. We get to put our inhalations and our sets and our collections together. During our inhalations, we can silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this as we vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, fleetingly notice all manner of dualities, such as scorn and praise. As we exhale, we could silently and mentally recite the 1-syllable verb ease as we physically relax and mentally release, thus causing the dualities we observe during our inhalation to feel as if they are melting into the simplicity of just the interpersonal. Together as a team, let us practice right now. This is our final meditation of this session, so let's make it count. You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 9 3/4 hours, I would very much like to return to lead this evening's meditation class as well as group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.